In an age where information travels at the speed of light and technology connects billions across the globe, we find ourselves paradoxically more isolated, more overwhelmed, and more vulnerable than ever before. We stand on the brink of unprecedented change, not because the universe has suddenly shifted, but because we have reached a point where our perception of reality is being challenged by forces both cosmic and personal. People are about to experience unusual events that defy the conventional frameworks we have relied upon for centuries. This is not a message of fear, but of awakening. To understand what lies ahead, we must first recognize that the universe is not a silent backdrop to human existence. It is an active, dynamic entity, a vast cosmic ocean whose tides wash upon the shores of our daily lives. The stars, the galaxies, and yes, even our own sun, pulse with energy, sometimes calm, sometimes tempestuous, and these rhythms ripple through the fabric of space-time, influencing life on Earth in ways we are only beginning to comprehend. Consider the sun, the star that has nurtured life on this planet for billions of years. It is not a steady beacon of light, but a complex nuclear furnace whose magnetic fields twist and snap, unleashing solar flares and coronal mass ejections that send waves of charged particles hurtling through space. These solar storms, while natural, have the power to disrupt the electromagnetic environment of Earth, affecting satellites, communications, power grids, and even biological systems. But these solar phenomena are only one thread in a larger cosmic tapestry. As humans, we are not merely passive observers of the cosmos. We are participants. Our brains, our bodies, and our consciousness resonate with the frequencies of the universe. When the cosmos shifts, even subtly, so do the energetic landscapes within us. The unusual events on the horizon are a call to acknowledge this deep connection, to see ourselves not as isolated beings, but as integral parts of a universal whole. What does it mean to prepare for these unusual events? It means cultivating awareness beyond the surface, nurturing the capacity to adapt and grow through uncertainty. It means embracing the unknown, not as a threat, but as an invitation to expand our understanding of reality. The cosmic phenomena we face challenge us to evolve not just technologically, but philosophically and spiritually. Science has taught us that the universe is governed by laws of physics, chemistry, and biology that are consistent and predictable. Yet, the universe also harbors mysteries that stretch the boundaries of our knowledge, inviting curiosity and humility. The unusual events we anticipate are not anomalies to be feared, but phenomena to be explored, understood, and integrated into our broader worldview. In the coming minutes, we will embark on a journey through the science of these extraordinary occurrences, unraveling the cosmic mechanics behind them. We will reflect on the philosophical questions they raise about human existence, free will, and interconnectedness. And ultimately, we will confront a profound truth. The future is not predetermined by distant stars or cosmic forces alone, but shaped by our choices, our actions, and our collective will. The universe is both indifferent and intimate, vast yet accessible. It offers us a stage upon which to enact our greatest potentials or our deepest fears. As we prepare for this new era of unusual events, the challenge before us is clear: to become conscious stewards of our destiny, embracing personal responsibility within a global and cosmic context. So, prepare yourself not for chaos or despair, but for awakening, transformation, and the remarkable journey ahead. Because the universe is speaking, and it is inviting us all to listen. As we stand poised on the edge of these unfolding events, it's worth reminding ourselves that humanity's story is deeply interwoven with the rhythms of the cosmos. The cycles of stars, the dance of galaxies, and the pulses of cosmic radiation have influenced life on Earth long before we understood their existence. Our ancestors looked up at the night sky and wove myths and science, seeking to understand their place in the vastness. Today, we stand equipped with telescopes and satellites, decoding the language of the stars with precision, yet the mysteries remain profound. The unusual events about to manifest are signals, ripples in the fabric of space-time that challenge the limits of our perception and technology. Among these, solar storms represent a significant force, When the sun erupts with bursts of charged particles, they race across 93 million miles to collide with Earth's magnetic shield. This interaction, while natural and cyclical, can be powerful enough to disrupt satellites that guide our navigation, communications that underpin global networks, and power grids that fuel our cities. Imagine, for a moment, that the very tools which extend our reach beyond the planet are vulnerable to the star that sustains our existence. This fragility underscores a paradox. Our technological prowess is immense, yet it remains tethered to the whims of cosmic forces billions of years old. Beyond technology, these events provoke questions about the nature of reality itself. What if the boundaries between the physical and the energetic, the seen and the unseen, are more permeable than we thought? What if these unusual events open doors to expanded states of consciousness, experiences where time, space, and matter become fluid? Such questions challenge us to broaden our perspective, blending scientific rigor with philosophical openness. At the heart of this preparation lies a call for personal responsibility. We are not helpless victims of cosmic happenstance. We are co-creators of our destiny. Understanding the universe's forces equips us to adapt our technologies and infrastructures. Understanding ourselves equips us to navigate the internal transformations these events may catalyze. These moments remind us that the universe operates not just on scales of distance and energy, but on scales of connection and meaning. Each human mind is a node in an intricate network of consciousness, a network that can resonate in harmony or discord with the cosmic frequencies. Our challenge is to cultivate harmony. As the charged particles stream toward Earth, they bring with them not only physical energy, but metaphorical energy, energy that can disrupt old paradigms and foster new ways of thinking. Unusual events like these are invitations to question, to learn, and to grow. How do we prepare? Not merely with backup generators or surge protectors, but with open minds and open hearts, with education and collaboration, with the humility to recognize what we do not know and the courage to explore it. In the coming days, weeks, and months, the unusual will become a teacher, the unexpected, a guide, the challenges, opportunities for innovation and unity. The universe, in its vastness, watches silently, but it also speaks in the language of particles and waves, in the dance of charged matter and magnetic fields. It asks us, are we ready to listen, to learn, to evolve? As we stand at this threshold, the choice is ours, to embrace change with fear or with wonder, to face uncertainty with retreat or with resilience, to see ourselves as isolated spectators or as integral parts of a cosmic symphony. The unusual events ahead are not an end, but a beginning, a prelude to a deeper awakening. The question is not if we will change, but how. Now, let's dive deeper into the cosmic mechanics behind these unusual events. Our sun is a magnificent powerhouse, a colossal nuclear reactor burning millions of tons of hydrogen every second, converting it into helium and releasing vast amounts of energy. But it's far from stable. The sun's magnetic field is a dynamic, twisted tapestry that periodically tangles and snaps, unleashing bursts of energy called solar flares and coronal mass ejections. When these bursts are aimed toward Earth, they slam into our planet's magnetic field, the invisible shield that deflects much of this charged solar wind. This interaction can compress the magnetosphere, induce electrical currents in the ground, and even trigger geomagnetic storms. Such storms can disrupt satellite operations, GPS navigation, radio communications, and, crucially, power grids. To put it in perspective, a solar storm powerful enough to knock out electrical infrastructure could send millions into darkness, disrupt emergency services, and cripple critical systems for days or even weeks. It's not science fiction. History has recorded similar events, like the Carrington event of 1859, which sparked auroras as far south as the Caribbean and caused telegraph systems to fail worldwide. Fast forward to today, our dependence on technology has skyrocketed. From smartphones to internet servers, from banking systems to healthcare devices, our modern lives pulse through networks vulnerable to space weather. The stakes are higher, and the potential impact is more widespread. Yet, this looming challenge also underscores our incredible progress. We have spacecraft monitoring the sun in real time. We have early warning systems and plans to mitigate the effects of geomagnetic storms. We have engineers and scientists collaborating globally to build more resilient infrastructures. This is human ingenuity responding to cosmic phenomena. But beyond engineering, there's a lesson for all of us. The sun's tempest is a reminder of our fragility and our strength fragility. Because despite all our achievements, we remain subject to universal forces. Strength because with knowledge and cooperation, we adapt, evolve, and survive. And what about the personal impact? As these solar particles dance with Earth's magnetic field, they may subtly influence biological systems, affecting circadian rhythms, mood, and even cognitive function. While research continues, it's a fascinating reminder that we are not separate from the cosmos, but embedded within it. This brings us to a profound philosophical question. If the universe influences us at such fundamental levels, what responsibility do we bear in cultivating harmony within ourselves and with each other? How do we align our actions and consciousness with the cosmic order rather than resist it? Preparing for these unusual events means preparing ourselves mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. It means fostering resilience, not only in our infrastructure, but in our communities and in our inner lives. It means embracing uncertainty with curiosity rather than fear. It means recognizing that the cosmos is not a distant stage, but a living, breathing reality of which we are an inseparable part. In this light, every solar flare, every magnetic storm, every ripple in the fabric of space-time is not just a physical phenomenon, but a call to awareness, a call to remember who we are, stardust capable of understanding the stars. As we peer further into the implications of these cosmic events, we are reminded that our story is not only one of scientific discovery, but also of social evolution. The sun's tempestuous behavior serves as a mirror, reflecting our interconnectedness not just to the cosmos, but to each other. In a world increasingly divided by politics, culture, and ideology, this shared vulnerability exposes the necessity of cooperation and collective foresight. Consider this. A geomagnetic storm does not discriminate. It will affect urban and rural communities alike, affluent and impoverished nations with equal impartiality. It challenges us to think beyond borders, beyond immediate self-interest, to a horizon where global collaboration becomes indispensable. Preparedness requires more than technology. It requires empathy, education, and a shared sense of purpose. This calls upon governments, industries, scientists, and citizens to engage in an unprecedented level of dialogue and action. It is a moment to remind ourselves that at the fundamental level, we are one species, riding a small planet around an ordinary star in an extraordinary universe. Our fates are intertwined, the actions of one ripple through the whole. But collective action begins with individual awareness. Each of us has a role to play in building resilience, not only by understanding the science behind solar storms, but by cultivating adaptability, open-mindedness, and a readiness to face the unexpected. Resilience is as much about mindset as it is about infrastructure. This leads us to a broader cosmic perspective, one that acknowledges the fragile beauty of our pale blue dot amid a universe governed by forces indifferent to our existence. And yet, this same universe has given rise to beings capable of self-reflection, creativity, and stewardship. Our ability to comprehend these celestial phenomena is a testament to the power of human curiosity and intellect. It is through science that we illuminate the darkness of ignorance, that we transform chaos into understanding. And with this understanding comes responsibility. Responsibility to prepare, responsibility to collaborate, responsibility to educate and inspire future generations to respect and protect this rare haven we call Earth. The unusual events approaching are a cosmic reminder. We live not in isolation, but in a vast, interconnected system. This realization can inspire humility, but also empowerment, the knowledge that by working together, we can weather cosmic tempests and thrive. So as the charged particles approach and our magnetic shield braces for impact, Remember, the universe is both a challenge and an invitation to deepen our connection to each other, to our planet, and to the stars. And in answering that invitation, we affirm the best qualities of our humanity: curiosity, courage, cooperation, and hope. Because ultimately, the story of humanity is the story of how a species of stardust learned to understand the stars themselves. Now, as you sit with this cosmic perspective, consider this. We are all, quite literally, children of the stars. The atoms in your body were once forged in the nuclear furnaces of ancient suns. The calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the oxygen you breathe, all born in stellar hearts and scattered across the universe in the wake of supernovae. We carry the universe within us. This intimate connection means the universe is not some distant abstraction. It is part of your very being. And with this profound link comes profound responsibility. The solar storm approaching is not just a celestial event, it is a reminder that the fate of our technology, our societies, and indeed ourselves, hinges on forces beyond our control. Yet within that challenge lies immense opportunity. Opportunity to harness our collective ingenuity, to strengthen our infrastructures, yes, but also to deepen our shared humanity, to understand that we are part of a vast cosmic web, connected across time and space by threads of light and matter. In that understanding lies hope. Hope that we will rise to meet this moment with curiosity rather than fear, with collaboration rather than isolation. Hope that we will recognize this as a test not only of our technological resilience, but of our ethical and social evolution. The cosmos invites us to embrace our role as stewards of a fragile planet, caretakers of a delicate balance. It invites us to look beyond the immediate and the local, to consider the planetary and the universal. Because in the grand scheme, our survival is not a mere accident, it is a triumph of curiosity, cooperation, and consciousness. It is a story still being written, one in which each of us holds a pen, so prepare yourself. Prepare your homes, your communities, and your minds. Prepare to witness the universe in motion and to be part of the extraordinary journey ahead. Remember, the universe is not only stranger than we imagine, it is stranger than we can imagine. But within that mystery lies the promise of discovery, transformation, and growth. And as Carl Sagan so beautifully said, we are a way for the cosmos to know itself. Let us be worthy of that cosmic trust. As you contemplate the scale of these unfolding cosmic events, remember this: every moment you live is a miracle of the universe's laws, working in concert gravity, holding planets in orbit, nuclear fusion, lighting stars, electrons dancing through atoms. These fundamental forces have been shaping existence long before humans appeared and will continue long after. Yet here we are, self-aware, capable of probing the cosmos with telescopes and equations, capable of grappling with existential questions. The solar storm coming is not merely a test of technology, it's a test of us, as a species, as stewards of Earth, as conscious participants in the cosmic narrative. Our ability to prepare, to adapt, to respond with wisdom and grace will echo beyond this moment. It will set the tone for how we face future cosmic challenges and opportunities, because the universe is vast and its phenomena inexhaustible. Today's solar storm is a prelude, not the finale, but it is also a beacon, a signal that despite the immensity of the cosmos, we are here, awake and capable. That amidst cosmic chaos lies human order, our science, our collaboration, our hope. So, when the skies glow with auroras born of solar fury, when satellites adjust their orbits and power grids surge and recover, remember, you are witnessing the dynamic interplay between humanity and the universe. You are part of a story that began billions of years ago in the cores of stars and continues here and now on this fragile blue orb. Prepare yourself not only for the solar storm, but for the ongoing adventure of understanding and thriving in an unpredictable cosmos. Embrace the uncertainty. Cultivate curiosity. Strengthen your bonds with others. Together, we stand on the shoulders of giants and peer into the vastness, not with fear, but with wonder. Because in the end, the greatest discovery is this: the universe is not out there, separate from us. It is within us, around us, the very fabric of our being, and it is waiting for us to wake up, to act, to become the custodians of a future worthy of the stars. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Keep looking up. Yet, as we contemplate our place in the vast expanse, it becomes clear that knowledge alone is insufficient. Understanding the physics of solar storms, the dynamics of the magnetosphere, or the intricacies of technological vulnerability does not guarantee preparedness. True readiness demands something more profound, a cultural shift toward embracing uncertainty as an inherent feature of existence. The universe, after all, is not a clockwork mechanism operating on predictable certainties. It is a chaotic, dynamic arena where order and disorder entwine in an eternal dance. Our technologies may falter, our assumptions may be challenged, but it is in this very unpredictability that opportunity resides. Opportunity to innovate, opportunity to collaborate, opportunity to redefine what it means to be human in a cosmos that is indifferent yet inviting. In this unfolding epic, resilience is the virtue we must cultivate, not simply the capacity to endure shocks, but the ability to learn and evolve through them. Resilience requires humility to acknowledge our limitations and curiosity to push beyond them. It requires empathy to act not only in self-interest, but for the collective good. As the solar storm bears down upon us, consider that it is also a cosmic invitation, an invitation to awaken to the interconnectedness of all things, to recognize that a charged particle from the sun can ripple through the global network of human civilization and beyond, touching lives in ways both tangible and subtle. It reminds us that our fates are intertwined with stars, planets, and each other. So, when the skies light up with auroras born of this celestial tempest, let it be a symbol not of fear, but of our place in the grand cosmic symphony. A reminder that while we are small in scale, our consciousness grants us the power to shape the future. A future where we harness knowledge with wisdom, where we confront challenges with collaboration, where the awe of the cosmos inspires stewardship, not despair. The story ahead is unwritten, but one thing is certain, we are not mere spectators. We are actors, authors, and architects of a cosmic narrative that spans time and space. And in this moment, as we prepare for the unusual and the unknown, let us choose to rise with curiosity, courage, and compassion. Because to understand the universe is to understand ourselves. And to prepare for the cosmos is to prepare for the fullest expression of our humanity. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Keep looking up, keep wondering. The universe awaits. In the grand tapestry of the cosmos, we often think of ourselves as mere observers, tiny sparks flickering briefly in the vast night. But the reality is far more extraordinary. We are both the spectators and the participants, the questioners and the answerers. Our curiosity is the very force that propels us to look beyond our horizons and understand the universe's secrets. And yet, as the solar storm approaches, it confronts us with a humbling truth. The universe does not bend to human will. It moves to the rhythms of physics, indifferent to our triumphs or trials. It challenges our sense of control, reminding us that survival depends not only on technology, but on adaptability, resilience, and cooperation. We are, at once, fragile and formidable. The charged particles racing from the sun will interact with Earth's magnetic shield, a force field generated by the molten iron core beneath our feet. This shield is our planetary guardian, a dynamic barrier that protects us from cosmic radiation. But like all systems, it can be overwhelmed, especially during the strongest solar storms. This interaction will paint the skies with shimmering auroras, nature's cosmic light show. But it may also disrupt satellite signals, interfere with power grids, and pose risks to astronauts venturing beyond our atmosphere. These are not mere inconveniences, they are calls to action. We must ask ourselves, are our infrastructures prepared? Are our societies ready to face disruptions that could ripple through our interconnected world? Are we equipped to turn potential crises into opportunities for innovation and growth? But beyond the practical, this event serves as a metaphor for life itself. Life is a series of storms, some anticipated, others sudden and unpredictable. Our ability to navigate these tempests depends on our preparation, our mindset, and our connection to one another. The solar storm is a cosmic reminder of the delicate balance we maintain between order and chaos, knowledge and mystery, fear and wonder. It invites us to cultivate a mindset of humility and awe, recognizing that while we may never control the universe, we can learn to dance with its rhythms. And in doing so, we unlock not just survival, but transformation. So, as we stand on the precipice of these unusual events, I urge you, prepare not only your technology, but your perspective. Embrace the universe's unpredictability as an invitation to curiosity. Strengthen the bonds that connect us as a global community. And above all, nurture the spark of wonder that drives us to explore, to understand, and to become more. Because in the vast cosmic theater, we are more than fleeting sparks. We are the universe becoming aware of itself. And that is a story worth preparing for. Now, as we prepare for the unusual events that lie ahead, it's important to remember that we stand on the shoulders of giants. From Galileo's telescope revealing moons around Jupiter to Hubble's eye capturing galaxies billions of light years away, our quest to understand the cosmos is a testament to human perseverance and ingenuity. This solar storm, powerful and potentially disruptive, is not just a challenge to our technology, but a challenge to our curiosity, resilience, and cooperation. It calls upon us to ask, how do we build a civilization that thrives not in spite of cosmic uncertainty, but because of it? In addressing this question, we tap into a fundamental truth of science and life alike. Adaptation is the key to survival. The Earth has weathered countless cosmic storms, asteroid impacts, and solar cycles. Life itself is a triumph of adaptation, of evolution, responding to shifting environments. Humanity's next great test is no different. It's a test not just of engineering marvels, but of social bonds, global collaboration, and collective foresight. It asks us to transcend boundaries, political, cultural, and ideological, and unite around a common purpose. The stewardship of our shared home and future. As the solar particles surge toward us, remember this: our vulnerability is matched by our capacity for innovation. Our interconnectedness is both a risk and a strength. The networks that could fail under strain are the same networks that enable rapid communication, resource sharing, and coordinated response. The question is not only how we protect our satellites and power grids, but how we protect each other. How we ensure that no community, no individual is left adrift in the darkness should technology falter. This leads us to a deeper consideration, the moral dimension of cosmic preparedness. Science gives us knowledge. Society gives us the framework to act ethically on that knowledge. Preparing for these unusual events requires investment not just in technology, but in education, infrastructure, and social equity. It requires listening to diverse voices and creating systems that are resilient, inclusive, and adaptive. So, as we face the approach of this solar storm, let us take inspiration from the stars themselves. The fusion processes at the sun's core are a delicate balance of immense forces: gravity compressing matter inward and radiation pushing outward. This dynamic equilibrium sustains light and life. Similarly, we must balance the forces within our societies: innovation and caution, competition and cooperation, individuality and community. In this cosmic dance, we find not only survival, but the possibility of flourishing. The solar storm approaching is both a warning and a promise that our world is vulnerable, and a promise that through knowledge and unity, we can meet any challenge. The cosmos, in all its grandeur and mystery, calls on us to rise, to prepare, to unite, to look up with wonder and forward with resolve. Because in the vastness of space and time, we are not insignificant. We are the universe contemplating itself, and that is the most extraordinary thing of all. As we look toward the horizon of this approaching solar tempest, it's natural to feel a mix of awe and uncertainty. The sun, a relentless nuclear engine 93 million miles away, is both our life giver and, at times, our disruptor. Its outbursts remind us of the fragile balance that sustains us, a balance maintained through eons of cosmic forces far beyond our control. But here's the beautiful paradox. In acknowledging our vulnerability, we find strength. In confronting the unpredictable, we kindle our capacity for resilience and innovation. It is this dance between fragility and power that defines not only our existence, but the very fabric of the cosmos. Consider the charged particles racing toward Earth as a cosmic wake-up call, not a harbinger of doom, but an invitation to deepen our awareness of the universe's rhythms. We are part of a dynamic system where stars flare, galaxies collide, and black holes churn, all part of a grand cosmic story that includes us. And within this story, we have agency. Science has given us the tools to predict solar flares, to build satellites that monitor space weather, to design grids that can withstand geomagnetic storms. These are human triumphs, proof that curiosity and collaboration can illuminate even the darkest corners of the universe. Yet, preparation extends beyond technology. It calls for a collective mindset, one that embraces uncertainty, fosters cooperation, and cultivates empathy. Because no power grid or satellite can function without the people who build, maintain, and depend on them. The solar storm is a reminder that our greatest strength lies not just in circuits and codes, but in our shared humanity. It urges us to bridge divides, to share knowledge freely, and to uplift one another in the face of cosmic scale challenges. So as the auroras dance across polar skies and magnetic fields ripple with celestial energy, let these phenomena inspire wonder, not fear. Let them remind us that we are woven into the universe's fabric, not apart from it. Our lives are shaped by forces both vast and intimate, from quarks within atoms to the gravitational pull of distant stars. Preparing for this solar event is more than a technical challenge. It's a call to embrace our role as conscious stewards of Earth and participants in a cosmic legacy. Because to prepare is to affirm our place in the universe, not as victims of cosmic whim, but as resilient explorers equipped with knowledge, compassion, and hope. In that spirit, look up, stay curious, and remember, the universe is not only stranger than we imagine, it's stranger than we can imagine. And that's what makes the journey so profoundly exciting. So next time you look up at the night sky, remember this: the atoms that make up your body were forged in the hearts of ancient stars. We are quite literally made of star stuff. And in that connection lies a profound truth. The universe is not some distant, indifferent place. It is part of you, and you are part of it. We live on a tiny blue dot, orbiting an ordinary star in a vast cosmic ocean filled with mysteries yet to be unraveled. And as this solar storm approaches, it reminds us that we inhabit a dynamic, ever-changing universe, one that demands not only our curiosity, but our responsibility. Our future will not be shaped by fate or chance, but by our choices, by how we prepare, how we cooperate, and how we embrace the unknown with courage and wonder. Because in the grand cosmic story, we are not mere spectators. We are the universe becoming conscious of itself. And that, my friends, is the most extraordinary thing of all. Thank you.